Greetings. Peace be with you. So, it is the weekend, the time of this recording, and it is really an opportunity, or has been an opportunity, for me to pause and reflect and get perspective on my path and how I've been going about my objectives and my goals and my vision. And it's very important for me to really get some perspective and assess whether I am moving in the direction of my dreams, my hopes, my ambitions, or whether I'm caught up in the matrix, right? Because it's so easy to get caught up in the distraction, in the stimulus, in the notifications. And something that I've been thinking about at the end of the day, it's like, why do we do what we do, right? Like, so many of us as men, we are here watching this video to improve, to level up, to grow, to close the gap between who you are and who you are capable of being. And ultimately, I suspect that it all comes down to freedom, the freedom to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, where you want. But freedom is a very interesting topic, a very interesting value that I have been thinking about for a long time. It's like there's two types of freedom, right? There's one freedom where you can do whatever you want, and that I suspect is the false freedom, right? When you can be free to watch the Netflix, when you're free to watch the TV, when you're free to eat whatever you want, when you're free to waste time as much as you want, when you're free to procrastinate, or you're free to do whatever you think that you want, right? And the real freedom, I believe, is the ability to do what you ought to do. So there's no doubt in my mind that you are here for a reason. You are here to fulfill a purpose. You are here to fulfill a mission that is uniquely your own. And the freedom to pursue the thoughts, the behaviors, the activities, the people that support that purpose, that support the reason that you are here, that will be the ultimate freedom at the end of the day. Okay, because I remember looking back at my life, there was a point where I was pretty much free to do whatever it is that I wanted. And that is what caused me to go down the path of destructive behavior patterns. Like, I was free enough to bust nuts, I was free enough to eat pizza, I was free enough to eat ice cream, I was free enough to do whatever it is that I thought that I wanted. But was I really free? Or was I a slave to my undisciplined tendencies? And that is what I believe is everything, right? Our discipline to actually do what we must do in order to create the result that we are here to create, or that we are here to bring into fruition, let's just say, right? But this is a slippery slope as well, because when we get attached to the result is when we think that external validation is going to make us feel good on the inside. But really, it's about when we realize our value on the inside is when that external result will be realized on the outside. But where I'm going with this is because ultimately it just comes down to getting yourself to do the things that you know you're supposed to do, right? And this deeper layers of this as we can keep on going. Why don't you do what you do? But like, if you want to create or sculpt a body that's strong, that's lean, that's muscular, that is energetic, that is vital, then you must put in the foods, the nutrients, right, that actually support that energy inside your body, right? You must be disciplined with what you put inside your body. You must be disciplined with the way that you train your body. If you want to create financial freedom in your life, you must be disciplined with where you spend your money. You can't just spend it on whatever you want, right? Because if you do, then you can't create what you really want, right? What you think you want in the moment might not be what creates the future for you moving forward, right? So just something that I've been thinking about, man. Ultimately, it's like, are we free enough to do the things that we must do, or are we a slave to our undisciplined tendencies? And of course, we all go through this journey, and we are all at different points of this journey. And I think the trouble really is when we compare our journeys to someone else's. As long as you are putting in the effort, as long as you know in your heart of hearts that you are putting in that intention, that you're putting in that work, then ultimately it just comes down to looking at the feedback and observing whether you are moving towards your goal. If you are, then that's great. Keep on doing what you're doing. And if you're not, then that is an opportunity to reflect on how you can improve, what iterations you can make, how you can refine the process, and how you can engage in the behaviors that will actually allow you to move towards that result, right? So the result is more like a direction that we are headed towards. and it's not something that we're attached to, but it does give us the trajectory in terms of what we intend to create, right? So really, it just comes down to the price of freedom is discipline.